So the fourth line of the code is, there is no chaos, there is harmony. This statement probably carries with it two different meanings. The first is probably about perception, and the second one, I think, is about human integrity. So, I mean, if you look around yourself, the world is a massively complicated system. But even though we can't predict anything, or at least can't predict anything to 100% accuracy, we never know what's going to happen. We obtain from that spontaneity of nature random order. I mean, the human body is one such system, where you have millions upon millions of cells all competing and coming together, and in the end, what you get is consciousness and life. So that, I think, is a perfect example of harmony through chaos. The world may seem complex, and people may seem almost incomprehensible, but when it comes down to it, they all come together, and the result is what you see now. Think of society. Society is a pretty unlikely thing, really, considering that you have millions upon millions of cells all coming together to form millions upon millions of humans, and then all those humans work together anyway. That's quite nice random order, I think. That's harmony through chaos. Then, as I said, the other side, the other way you could perceive this line to be, is behind human integrity, about being true to yourself and true to your beliefs, about being in harmony with your own self as well as with others. This part of the code is about how it's important that we live as ourselves and not as we are expected to be. That we are harmonious. That we have serenity, as was mentioned in the prior line. So, I mean, as Jedi, we should never walk away from our nature. Whether it be good or bad parts of ourselves, we should always at least accept and acknowledge that it exists. We should embrace who we are, and if we're displeased, then there's always time enough to change, no matter how short that time might be. But if we look at the mirror and we find ourselves smiling, that we look into something and we think about ourselves and we're pleased, then we have nothing to fear. If we can truly do that, we have nothing to fear. That, I think, is a key aspect of being harmonious with not only nature but also yourself.